I used to dance a lot when I was younger, and I used to be in a lot of shows when I was very little. And then when I was 10, I went to an open audition in Blackpool, where I'm from. And I had to, part of the audition was I had to sing Happy Birthday to myself. So I had to sing Happy Birthday, dear Jenna. Anyway, I ended up getting the part. And so I spent the summer in this professional show called Summer Holiday. And I just absolutely loved it. And I remember there being a point when I just thought I don't want to do anything else with my life. I was just having so much fun. So I remember that being like a defining moment. And then I just went to plays and read lots of books and went to the theatre and watched films and carried on from there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
First, I would like to apologize for the guy who asked you the inappropriate question. Typically, people in Indiana don't act. Okay. My aunt has a question for you. She wants to know, in the special features of the 50th anniversary special, it listed you as a companion and an enigma. And wanted to know, did you know that you would be more than just a companion?
I knew I had a really strange introduction into the show. My audition process was absolutely bizarre because I just kept being sent lots of different characters and with different names, and I was like, well, who are they and what accent do they have? You know, I had no scripts to read. I only had these scenes that Stephen sent. And I was like, well, what do they want? Like, am I a modern girl? Am I this kind of Nancy from Oliver thing? Am I like Mary Poppins? Like, obviously, I was thinking they just wanted to put me in a room with Matt and then try all these different characters, and I thought, and then they're going to figure out what they want the new companion to be. So I had no idea. Stephen just said, I'm really sorry, just please come into the room, don't ask any questions, and you know, we'll explain later. So it was really, I was like, okay. And then once they explained there was going to be all these different characters and the impossible girl who, I spent the entire series, but I didn't know how that was going to be wrapped up. So I'm telling you in a very long-winded way of saying, I knew it wasn't a regular introduction, but I didn't have any idea I'd end up filming a scene with being inserted into old like William Hartnell footage or anything like that. I didn't know I'd be going through the Doctor's timeline and having met all of them. So I knew it wasn't a regular route, but not like that. But you never do with Stephen Moffat. You never do. You pick up a script and you think you've got an inkling of what's going to happen, and you're always wrong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so my question is, what was it like seeing yourself as an action figure?
Really weird. I don't think. But you know what's quite funny is I have a 4-year-old niece who her favourite game is. So she'll hold the figure in her hand and like make the figure do like funny positions, and then I have to do them as well. As if like she's controlling me. So that's kind of a quick fun game to play at Christmas. Hello.
So I was wondering what your favorite costume was that you got to wear.
Do you know what my favourite one to see is still Oswin, because it's such, I think, with the utility belt, and we always described it as like this kind of space futuristic Virgin Atlantic kind of chick. And again, I always say wearing an egg whisk isn't something you can do every day. So that was a really fun costume, and also I love all the period stuff, so the ones from the Snowman and yeah, those ones. I suppose the ones that are more removed from myself I find the funnest to wear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The red trainers must have been nice and comfy too.
Yeah, they were. It's always the key of trying to like give me a couple of inches so I can fit the same shot as Matt and Peter. That's often like a practical thing we need to figure out. That's something you can run in, because every episode of Doctor Who you need to be able to run and dive and duck and do stunts and be on wires and harnesses and stuff like that.
Running and running and running.
Lots of running. It feels weird when you do a scene sat down. It doesn't feel right. It's very strange. I'm so used to always moving forward. Hello.
Hi, if you could change or redo anything that was scripted or that you did, what would it be?
Oh, that's a dangerous question. We won't tell anybody. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't. It's you know, it's been really lucky with the stories that I've had, and I'm just so terrified Stephen Moffat would watch this that I just really.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
I watched Last Christmas with a theater filled with people, fans of the show, and we were all in tears at the end of that thing. It was such an honor to see that and just connect with everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
If you could be a companion for any of the other doctors, who would you be a companion for?
I know it sounds maybe an obvious choice, but maybe Tom Baker or David Tennant, I think. Mainly because I've seen them both on set, and I wasn't in the scene with Tom Baker, but I came in with Stephen to watch, and that was fun because him and Matt were improvising some of it as well. So that kind of watching that spark between the two of them, like older generation and new generation, was really, really fun. And David is just such a lovely, energetic man. I think he's one of those, he'd be a really great leading man to work with, I think.
Thank you.
Well, they won the NBA Awesome Award. If there's a picture of Wikipedia, if you look up Gobsmacked, and they have that little picture of him on there, yeah, he is now the illustration for Wikipedia. Gobsmacked. There you go.
Hi.
Hello.
My question is, have you ever watched Doctor Who before you auditioned for the role?
Well, I've always been aware of it, but when it came back in the UK, I was 18, so it was never on when I was a child. We call ourselves in the UK the denied children, when we were missed that kind of era of Doctor Who. But I was always very aware of it. It's not something that I watched. So I watched the 11th hour before my audition. But I was aware of Matt and Karen and Billy and David, because it's kind of it's very much in the culture